Welcome back, everybody. Orchestrated Sports here with Ian Martinez. Week 3, America's Game of the Week, Rams versus Buccaneers film breakdown. And what a game this was to be in person. The energy, the atmosphere, it definitely felt like a playoff setting. So what happened this game? And why did things happen the way they did? Well, I'm going to break down the top 10 plays of the game, starting with this one right here. So the Bucks and the Rams both had the ball. A couple 3 and outs. Now the Rams are here at the top of the second quarter in the red zone. And they score a touchdown here on a tunnel screen to Tyler Higbee, who's lined up at the bottom right here. But what's important to know is that earlier in the game, they were lined up in this exact formation, 3 wide receivers to one side, 1 wide receiver or tight end lined up by himself at the bottom. But they ran a wide receiver tunnel screen to the strong side, the 3 receiver side. So I'm just going to draw it up real quick. Just imagine this guy right here. I know that's Jake Funk, the running back. Imagine he's Tyler Higbee earlier in the game. He's going to run his little hitch. The receivers are going to block. Linemen are going to block people in the second level. Again, second level meaning somebody not on the D-line, linebackers, defensive backs. And they're going to create that tunnel for the receiver to get yards or maybe score a touchdown. That's a tunnel screen. All right. So they ran that earlier on a 3rd down to Tyler Higbee. But now they're going to run that same exact concept to Tyler by himself at the bottom. And it's done really well for 3 reasons. Number 1, meaning Tampa was just unfortunately in a zone defense on this play. So he's got zone. He's got that area. This corner's got that area underneath, and linebackers got underneath and underneath and underneath. So they're not in man coverage, and they're not playing particularly close to the receivers. It's not press coverage. Now, the second big thing is that they're going to motion Cooper Kupp, who's lined up in the running back spot right there. He's going to get motioned out of the backfield, and he's going to be mega eye candy for these defenders, because the defenders are thinking, oh crap, what's Cooper Kupp doing in the backfield? And they're going to see him motion out to their right, so they're going to be staring over there to the right thinking, oh, that ball might go to Cooper Kupp. There's a high chance that's going to him, right? And then Stafford, on top of that, does a good job giving a quick look to his left and then immediately whipping back around and throwing it to Tyler at the bottom here. So if we let this thing go, there's the motion. Stafford had that quick look. Then he's now looking to his right. And look at there. All the linemen are getting ready to block somebody on the second level. It's perfectly working thus far. Tyler Higbee's coming back on that hitch to catch the screen. And then, boom. Makes a catch. Everybody's getting somebody. Block. He's going to get him. And then Tyler's just got to find the crease and score the touchdown. It's really well done here. And it's a great way to add deception and make defenders, the Bucks, think that you're going to be running another screen to that strong 3 receiver side, but then come back around and say, hey, we're running it to the single side. And that was a nice play call and a nice time to call that, especially against zone defense that the Bucks had. So after Higbee scored, putting the Rams on top 7-0, the Bucks got the ball back and had an incredibly long scoring touchdown drive to answer. So this is late in that drive. The play right before they scored, and this play is significant for a couple reasons, actually a lot of reasons, is number 1, the offense for the Bucks had a quick snap count. Either the first word out of Tom's mouth, they were snapping it, or right when he got his hands under the center, they were snapping that thing. So some Rams players on defense were not ready. They were still kind of standing straight up. Some guys were barely getting in their 3-point stance on the D-line. So they were caught slightly off guard. That's not a great start against a Tom Brady offense. Number 2 is the coverage they ran. They ran a cover 4 or quarters coverage. So David Long, the bottom corner, had 1/4 of the field. Taylor Rapp, one of the safeties, had another quarter. Fuller, the other safety, had the 3rd quarter. And Darius Williams had the last quarter of the field, with middle linebacker Kenny Young playing underneath, Jalen Ramsey also playing underneath, And then Leonard Floyd, instead of rushing like he normally does, he dropped underneath to cover that short area with all the other people lined up in front rushing. Now, on offense for the Bucks, and why this worked is, number one, they brought in an extra lineman to help block. So the guy next to Rob Gronkowski on his right, that guy right there, he's an offensive lineman. He's wearing a number in the 70s, and he's brought in to help give, more pass protection, because all the routes that the Bucks are going to run, Godwin running a deep in, Mike Evans at the top of the screen running a streak, or some people like to call it a go route, and then Rob Gronkowski is running a deep drag or crossing route to the opposite side of the field. All those need time to develop for these guys to get downfield to be able to hit. So you need extra blockers or good blocking for those things to develop and possibly hit. So they brought in an extra lineman. Now, this play works because of the coverage the Rams are running and the way Mike Evans runs his go or streak route. He runs it kind of attacking the in-between of Darius Williams and Jordan Fuller, the safety. So he's running it in between them, trying to get their attention, and he does. He gets both these guys to kind of start running with him, which allows Rob to get wide open on that deep crossing route. So if we let this thing go here, quick count, as you can see, not everybody was ready, and then right here you get Darius and Jordan Fuller right here, obviously starting to bail deep with Mike Evans, and that leaves Rob Gronkowski wide open on that crossing route, which leads to a huge play. He catches it and still gets yards after the catch. Huge play, great play call by the Bucks at the right time, and that's just good play calling right there. So after the Chris Godwin jet sweep touchdown made the game 7-7, the Rams got the ball back and said, hey, we're going to try to get some points before halftime. And after some big passes, here they are, an opportunity to score a field goal or touchdown. And, well, they execute at a high level here because of what Tampa's running. It's a big pass play to Cooper Kupp. But first, let's draw the routes. What happened? Jake Funk at the top of the screen lined up, running a streak. Johnny Munson for Tyler Higbee in the slot at the top, and he's going to be running it out. Deshaun Jackson at the very bottom on the outside is running a post. Robert Woods in the slot is running an in route. And then Cooper Kupp, who's going to get thrown to here, is running that wheel route. He's going to hug the sideline there. Now, the key to all this and why Cooper Kupp gets open and is able to get major yardage is because Todd Bowles, known as an aggressive defensive play caller, likes to send pressures and blitzes and play a lot of man-to-man coverage. Well, he chooses to play man here, and questionably because he's missing some key starters in the secondary. So they're going man here, man here, man here, man here, man here with the safety, obviously playing zone. And then the outside linebackers rushing and all the linemen rushing. So this is a true one-on-one matchup everywhere on the field pretty much. It's my guys against your guys, and, well, the Rams guys won this. So, credit to the offensive line, blocking really well. And then, because of the route combination, Jackson going in, Robert Woods going in, and it being man, it muddies this up here in this area because this corner here gets kind of caught up in traffic trying to follow Kupp, and it creates just enough separation for Cooper to get open. Really, really great play design against this man concept. And again, Sean McVay calling great plays and Matthew Stafford recognizing and executing. So let this thing go here. You can see it's man all around. And then boom. Just that quick hesitation. This corner right here, gets caught up just enough. Just enough. It's all you need in the NFL. Just enough for Cooper to get separated. And he's already behind. You're not catching Kupp once he's starting to get full steam ahead. Stafford recognizes it and makes an awesome throw. Boom. Great stuff. So after the big Cooper Kupp completion, the very next play, they go right back at him with, yet again, another perfect offensive play call to beat what the Bucks are doing. So what are the Bucks doing? Well, again, they're playing man-to-man coverage all across pretty much. Man, Lavonte David's man with the running back. Man with Winfield playing zone. Everybody else rushing, including Devin White, who's lined up on the outside. He'll be rushing as well. Now, the play call and why it's perfect is because everybody's staying home to block. Tyler Higbee's going to stay home with all the linemen just doing a beautiful job on the Bucks front seven, by the way. Sony Michel's going to fake the handoff and help pass protect. And then at the top of the bunch wide receiver group, they're running pick routes to get Cooper Kupp wide open in that flat route. So what is a pick? Pick is running a route purposely into the defender, not extending arms, not blocking, but running a route purposely right into the defender to get somebody else open. So what happens here is Robert Woods runs a pick into the guy who's in man with him. Van Jefferson runs his slant and picks into the guy guarding him, which creates a cluster mess there, which doesn't allow the guy in man-to-man coverage with Kupp to be able to follow him in time to catch him when he's running that flat route. So if we let this thing go here, boom, as you can see, there we go. They ran the routes right into him, the defenders that were guarding them, and then this defender guarding Kupp has no chance to get there in time to guard Kupp on this wide open touchdown. I mean, just fabulous play calling, knowing the situation, knowing what your opponent likes to do in those situations, and just executing. So as you can see there's the pick. You can see Kupp already starting to get major separation from his guy guarding him. And boom, look at that. Wide open. There's the mess I was talking about. All right there. And Cooper Kupp, that's as wide open as you're going to get there in the NFL. With his defender, Bunting, just looking like, ah, damn it. Touchdown. Just great stuff. Great play calling. So after taking the 14-7 lead going into the half, the Rams started the second half with the ball. And in this critical third down, they finally connected with Deshaun Jackson on the bomb after missing two other times in the first half. So how did this happen? Well, the Bucks, again, decide to run man coverage. Not everybody, but they're running some man, as Todd Bowles just loves to do it for some reason. So Bunting is man-to-man with Deshaun. This outside corner as well is man with Robert. And everybody else is playing a form of cover two. So this safety's got his whole half. This safety's got his whole half. And everybody else is dropping underneath with the usual 4 rushing to get to the quarterback. Now, what are the Rams doing offensively? Robert Woods at the bottom is running a deep curl. Cooper Kupp is running a deep out. Tyler Higbee is running an angle. Sony is also running an angle or flat route. And Deshaun does a fantastic job in this double move. So he's going to be running a streak. He's going to give that one step, opening up his hips to the inside like he's running a deep in, but then immediately gets square with himself, vertical, and then gets wide open on that streak. And how does that happen? Why does Deshaun get open for a third time going deep? Well, it's because the man-to-man coverage that Bunting had on Deshaun was not very good. And then number 2, the safety here bit severely on Deshaun's fake in before getting vertical. So we'll let this thing go and you can see how that all happened. So boom. Already not very good coverage as he's already letting Deshaun get full speed ahead. And we let this thing go a little bit more. Beat already, as you can see. He's already got separation. But as you can see here as well, Deshaun is starting to open up his hips like he's going to be running that deep in. And to be honest, if that was the play call just to run that deep in, that would have been a mega gain. And that would have been a completion. But as you can see, Check it. As he opens up, which probably could have been a completion again, the safety here is full steam ahead to try to stop that deep in. Either make a tackle, break the pass up, intercept it. He's just fully committed to stop the deep in. And Deshaun magically, beautifully sells it. And again, bad man-to-man coverage. And he just gets vertical immediately. The safety falls, realizing, oh crap, I bit. And that's it. See you later. On the ground, chasing from behind. And there goes Deshaun for the third time this game. And finally connecting, though. See you later. Matthew Stafford lays it out there. Easy catch for Deshaun. Mega 75-yard touchdown. That's just great stuff. Great play design. And just knowing that that's going to work with your speedster. Boom. See you later. Great play call by the Rams. So after the bomb to Deshaun Jackson, the Bucks are down 21-7, and they get the ball back and are having a solid drive and end up here in the red zone. And they call yet another perfect play to beat this cover 4 defense that the Rams just unfortunately happened to call here in this situation. So what happens? Quarters coverage again on the Rams defense. David has that quarter. Rapp has this quarter. Fuller has that quarter. And Darius has that quarter of the field, with Kenny Young covering inside. And then Jalen's going to be playing man-to-man with Godwin here once Godwin starts to motion inside, as you'll see when I let the play go. And everybody else rushing. That is what they're doing. Cover 4, quarters, coverage. Now, on the offensive side, Mike Evans is running a deep in. It doesn't really matter because he's not going to get even looked at, but he's running deep to get the attention of Rapp and David. Sammy, once he knows he's in man-to-man coverage with Jalen, he's going to be running a deep crosser to get people out of the way. And then Johnson, the slot receiver currently, is running a streak to get everybody out of the way as well, just to free up this general area right there for the screen to get going. So you're taught on a screen, in any regular screen, a tight end screen or a running back screen, the lineman and the guy who's going to be catching the screen to just block for 1 or 2 Mississippis max. So that's what's going to happen. Cameron Brate, who's going to get thrown to 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then he's going to release. And then same thing with these 2 linemen, the right tackle and the right guard. And it's just done beautifully. It's just a perfect play call against this coverage. As we let this thing go, Godwin motions inside. Jalen's man-to-man with him. Everybody's bailing deep. I mean, Kenny Young sees it, but he's not going to be able to make a play in time. And check that out. He's going to get a block there, and he's just got all this room to run free, as you can see. Everybody else bailed deep. And no one's in the area code other than Kenny, but Kenny's not going to be able to make the play here until late. Great play call by Byron Leftwich. And there you go. Mega gain. Just good stuff by the Bucks here. Very great play call against this coverage. So after Tom Brady quarterback snuck it in the end zone to get the lead shortened, the Rams now lead 21-14. The Rams got the ball back and are here in another critical third down situation. But luckily for them, Coach McVay called the perfect play against the Bucks man-to-man coverage they've just been consistently calling all day and getting torched on. But they called it here again, so we got man at the bottom, man right here, Bunting on Deshaun, Devin White on Sony, man with the 2 safeties playing a cover 2 look. So he's got that entire half. The other safety's got that entire half. So man all across, and with the other 4 rushing for the D line. Now, what do the Rams do to beat this? Well, on the outside, Van Jefferson's running a streak or a go route. Cooper Kupp is running a corner. Deshaun, who's the main man here, is running a crosser. And we'll explain why he gets so wide open. Sony, Michelle right there next to him on the right, is blocking, helping block, and then releasing to the flats. And Tyler Higbee at the top is running a little drag route, in route style, as kind of another check down. So, again, Bucks are running man all across. And how does Deshaun get so dang wide open on this? Well, a couple things. So let this thing go slightly. Bunting does not get an immediate jam on Deshaun, as you can see here. And again, Bunting is the best corner for the Buccaneers. Not just today, but regarded when everybody's healthy, that he is the best the Bucks have playing corner. So he doesn't get a jam or any type of contact to slow Deshaun down. That's what we want to do with fast receivers, big receivers that can get down the field. Want to jam them, give them a nice little nudge, push something to slow them down. He doesn't do that. And he tries to later. And there's another thing that happens as well. Because of Sony blocking right here, giving a little check, Devin White is thinking, hey, I don't have to run with them. I'm going to try to help Bunting on Deshaun right here and get my own jam to possibly slow him down. But he doesn't do a good job, and he ends up running into Bunting. This thing go. So as you can see here, he tries to get a jam, but in the process, he runs into his teammate Bunting, which just makes things so much worse than what it already probably was going to be. Hits him, they run into each other, and there you go. It's all it takes for the speedster, no matter what his age, Deshaun Jackson, to get easily open on this crosser. And he says, see you later yet again. Boom, Stafford delivers it to him. And you can see the speed there. I mean, luckily Winfield was not too far deep in his cover 2 drop. He was able to get a decent enough angle to get Deshaun out of bounds. But if it was just one-on-one, Bunting on Deshaun would have took that in for another long touchdown. But great play design. Great knowing the situation, what the Bucks like to do. And just unfortunate for the Bucks that Bunting didn't get the jam immediately. Devin White tried to, and they end up running into each other and getting Deshaun open. It's just getting unlucky and then getting lucky for the Rams with the right play called to go along with everything else. So, the next play after Deshaun has the big crossing route run after the catch. Cooper Kupp scores on this and also puts on a clinic of route running. But first, what are the Bucks doing? Well, they're running cover 3, meaning 3 people are covering deep. So he has that third, and then Bunting has that third. Everyone else playing underneath. And the traditional 4 rushing. So, what are the Rams doing, though? At the bottom of the screen here, Van Jefferson's just running a quick little curl. Robert Woods at the top of that triangle bunch is running a deep out, right at the goal line. Sony Michel's running to the flats. Tyler Higbee's kind of running a slant. And then Cooper Kupp literally puts on a triple move out. So he starts going out. That's 1 move. Cuts back in slightly. That's 2, like he's going to be running it in. And then cuts back out again to run the out finally. 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. And gets open and scores on this touchdown. It's incredible. And I feel bad for Bunting right here. He's had a rough day. Who's gotten scored on multiple times so far in this game and lets up another one. So we let this thing go here. Boom. That's 1 move right there. 2. And then back out. It's just incredible what Cooper Kupp's able to do and what he's been doing through 3 weeks. So let's rewind that again. See what happened to Bunting in coverage there. So Cooper Kupp starts to run out. Bunting is there. He's in decent position at the top. And then there's the one. Bunting is 100% sure in his head, most likely, that he's going to be running back in on that second move. So he goes. He bites on that, as you could see. But then Cooper gives him that second and then third move to get back out. And Bunting just has no chance to get close to make a tackle to stop the touchdown, as you could see. See you later. That's all the separation Cooper Kupp needs to get decent yards after the catch. And what does he do? Scores a touchdown. Just insane stuff by Cooper Kupp. Great route running. What a great receiver he's been thus far this season. So after the Rams touchdown to Cup, both teams had a couple more offensive drives, and Rams eventually kicked another field goal, added to their lead, making it 31-14. So the Bucks had to engineer something, and they did, and they ended up here in this 3rd and goal situation. But the Rams played awesome pass coverage, and Aaron Donald got enough pressure on Brady to make Brady throw this thing away. So how did that happen? Well, what are the Bucks doing offensively? We'll start with the outside. Leonard Fournette lined up, is running it in. Mike Evans is running it out on the goal line. Rob Gronkowski's running a drag or a crossing route across the field to the left. Johnson's running a post. And then Godwin is running it out right at the goal line right there. It's a good route combination by the Bucks. Well, the Rams, on the other hand, to defend this and just what they usually do in goal line red area situations, that they play man with their corners. So on the outside, it's Darius on Godwin, Long on Johnson, and then Ramsey on Mike Evans. And then everybody else is playing zone. Zone, zone, zone underneath, zone, and then we're rushing 4. And it's just a great job. I mean, everybody is in the hip pocket of the receivers. And then Aaron Donald, you can't block this man one-on-one. So they make the mistake of doing that as we let this thing go. And Brady just doesn't have enough time to diagnose. As you can see here, they left Aaron one-on-one. He's already beating it. I mean, that's a mistake already. And he's going to get pressure in Brady's face. So he doesn't have enough time to diagnose and let people possibly get open. And then Brady's got to move out of the pocket. As you can see, Aaron Donald breathing down his neck right there. That's just, number 99. He's special. So Brady's got to escape. Nobody's open at that moment. And he's just got to throw this thing away. Take the field goal. That's just great stuff by the future Hall of Famer Aaron Donald. And great coverage by everybody else there. We'll let this thing go again. Boom. Beat. And then great coverage again in the back end. Good stuff by the Rams defense holding it down. So after the Bucks were forced to kick a field goal, the Rams got the ball back and kicked their own field goal to extend this lead 34-17. Now the Bucks got the ball back and are here in this 4th down situation to be able to hopefully convert, and keep their drive alive to possibly have a comeback. So the first down is at the 50. They got to get past that to get the first down. And they call the right play, fortunately for them, against what the Rams are deciding to do on defense. So what are the Bucks doing? I'm only going to draw the bottom of the screen because Tom is not even going to bother looking at the top. It doesn't even matter. So Mike Evans is running a quick out, and then Giovanni Bernard's running to the flat right at the first down. And Tom's going to be immediately looking to one of those two and throwing it to them. The Rams defensively at this bottom part, Darius is in man-to-man coverage with Mike, but unfortunately for them, Terrell Lewis is rushing, and Kenny Young's not in man with Gio. He's rushing as well. So nobody is going to be covering Giovanni when he runs to the flat. That would mean the safety here, Nick Scott, would have to haul ass and somehow at least probably not stop the first from happening, but make a tackle so it's nothing more than just a quick first down. So let's let this thing go here. Boom. They rush. As you can see, Lewis, Kenny, and then Giovanni running pretty dang free. And Nick Scott sees it and is starting to try to maybe make a tackle and hopefully prevent more yardage than what's probably going to gain from happening. But I think from the all-day sacks, hits, pressures, Tom just rushes the throw and overthrows Giovanni. Look at this. Had him. Easy. And look it. Giovanni's jumping up saying, oh my gosh, I just got overthrown. And that would have been a first down, and Tom just rushed it. Pressure was not immediately in his face. As you can see, Terrell Lewis was not right here. I mean, he still had a good distance, but Tom had to make that throw. He felt rushed, so he rushed it and overthrew Giovanni Bernard, which would have been a first down. Boom. And ironically, I say he's throwing Giovanni Bernard or overthrowing him, but it's possible he was trying to get it to Mike Evans, as I guess if a half a second later this throw happened, maybe Mike Evans catches that, as you can see here. Kind of falls right in front of him there. Hits the ground right in front. Check that out right there. So it's possible he's throwing to Mike, but it probably would have been a better idea to throw to Gio. But regardless, it was too early. If it was going to Mike, and if it was going to Gio, he overthrew it severely. Either way, I just think psychologically, after getting sacked a bunch, getting pressured a bunch, getting hit a bunch against the Rams all day up until this point, he just rushed the throw, which is very uncharacteristic of Tom Brady. And that was pretty much ball game, folks. The Bucks had no chance of winning that game after turning it over late in the fourth. At the end of the day here, the Rams offense had all the answers to whatever the Bucks defense was throwing at it. And defensively for the Rams, they just made the key and critical stops on 3rd and 4th down against a very talented Bucks offense. Simple as that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week here on Orchestrated Sports with Ian Martinez. Stay safe.